Johnston name has long been recognized in Northeast Connecticut for political affiliations and financial and in-kind contributions to the Putnam community, and many family members have been involved. However, when the choice of the family is to single out one of its own by submitting that individual's name for induction into Putnam's Wall of Honor, one needs to take note of that collective voice. Dad, a local dentist and the family's first politician, passed away when Shawn was 6 years old. But with strong family backing, supportive community involvement, and youth activities to keep him busy, Shawn made a smooth transition from the family's Park Street home and early schooling at St. Mary's to stake his claim to a successful Putnam High experience. Football, basketball, and track were the focal points of high school activities, but attaining the office of vice president of the Ecology Club in his senior year might have been a prelude to his ultimate path of success and notoriety. The social side of his Putnam High School experience was no doubt enhanced by his classmates' choice of nicest smile and best disposition. Length of hair was obviously not voted upon. Although being an athletic trainer was mentioned as an ambition in his yearbook and led to a brief stay at Springfield College, Shawn soon realized that more thought and study was needed before selecting a career path. So he chose to become a bartender. With no previous experience mixing drinks, he donned an apron, started at the Putnam VFW, moved on to the Lake Tavern, and then the stables. He satisfied his athletic interests by getting heavily involved in coaching local youth sports, especially Putnam Little League baseball, basketball, and WPTP football. Shawn still enjoys the satisfaction of hearing many of his former players refer to him as coach. Eventually, he realized that a college education was a necessary path to the future. An associate's degree from Quinnebog Valley Community College started the journey, and over a 9-year commitment, taking courses as time permitted, he attained his Bachelor of Science degree from Nichols College. This led to 2 new pathways for Shawn. He began a 33-year career at Eversource Energy. Starting out as a meter reader, he elevated through the ranks of this company. He then dipped a toe in the waters of politics, following in the footsteps of other family members. It began with serving on local boards, then being encouraged in 1995 to run as a replacement for brother Kevin as a state representative of the 51st District. The successful candidate held that position until he chose retirement in 2011.
I knew Kevin first, served on the committee with Kevin, and then after a while you see another brother and another brother and another brother, you know, and then eventually I met Shawn. He ran for office and there he was.
While today we seemingly live in a very divided political climate, Shawn was an early maverick as an independent voice of reason and cast his vote in favor of his ideology beliefs regardless of party affiliations. At times, he felt the wrath of both parties. However, he never compromised his values. His steadfast determination eventually resulted in multiple endorsement by both parties for re-election bids and led to his being named Legislator of the Year from the Connecticut Council of Small Towns.
People generally didn't say that to me. You know, hey, Bill, this is a piece of junk. People generally didn't say that to me, but Shawn would, you know. And it wasn't as if he was pissed off or anything. It was just, this doesn't work, man.
Runs for political office weren't the only races Shawn has been involved in. Although his event of choice on the Putnam High School track team was as a high jumper, when team points were needed, he willingly added the 2-mile race. Through the years, the running talents were brought to area road races and culminated by completing the 1993 New York City Marathon in 3 hours and 52 minutes. A glitch in registration for the 26-mile challenge resulted in Shawn being issued a female bib number in the name of Jean Taylor with a designated F before the numeral to denote gender. From start to finish, no race official challenged his sexual identity. The question still remains: did they not notice? Did they not care? Or was there enough of a similarity between a Mr. or Miss Shawn Johnston? However, Jean Taylor or Shawn turned in a superior effort. As the political career came to a close, community involvement took on a new meaning. His organization participations are endless. However, Shawn's involvement with Interfaith Human Services brought a new satisfaction. His untiring work as president of that organization increased support of its many activities. The food pantry, diaper bank, clothing closet, energy assistance, and contributions to the homeless were all enhanced without fanfare.
You know how you have this little stone that you cast out into the water, and that stone ripples out? And I think that best describes Shawn, that Shawn is that stone, and he has multiple ripple effects on a lot of people.
When Shawn and a few other friends gathered in a sauna at Alexander's Lake in October of 1977, a new venture began. To cool off after the steam bath, the group headed for a plunge into the lake. Through shivering teeth and fortified with what we assume was lemonade, it was mentioned that this adventure should be repeated on Thanksgiving. Though said in jest, the idea took hold, and the Turkey Day plunge was held for the first time the following month, just prior to the Killingly Putnam football game. While the location of the dip has changed through the years, each event brought a few more daring souls to join in the festivities just for a lark. Eventually, an entry fee for a charitable cause was added, and the first year raised approximately $700. Individual pledges to those who would make the chili dip followed, and nearly 50 years later, between $700,000 and $800,000 has been raised for muscular dystrophy through the efforts of the originators and the Knights of Columbus. As a tribute to the patriarch of the family, the Robert R. Johnston Memorial Scholarship Fund was established to honor an area graduate pursuing a degree in the field of allied health. The $1,000 award is now presented annually by the Knights of Columbus. 'Tis been said that some matches are made in heaven. While there is no documented evidence that there was divine intervention when Rachel and Shawn first got together, a breakfast meeting after a mass at St. Mary's Church obviously got the couple off to a blessed 30-year union. One has to wonder if Rachel's parents would have been as accepting of Shawn if they had known that as a youngster he had campaigned for his friend Benny Auger, who went on to defeat Wilfrid Lafleur. You guessed it, Wilfrid was Rachel's dad. The couple currently resides at Alexander's Lake and has 2 sons. Having gathered numerous awards and accolades for dedication, commitment, and humanitarian qualities, Shawn Johnston has certainly left his mark on his community in so many countless ways. When asked if there was recognition that he cherished above others, he cited the many times he was endorsed by both parties as a signature stamp of all he attempted to achieve. Those many accomplishments are what has led Shawn to a rightful place on Putnam High School's Wall of Honor.